Segmental cat-cow. So a cat-cow is something most of us know from yoga, Pilates, the general stretch class at the local gym, whatever. And we're just going through flexion and extension. The problem is, nearly all of us completely lack the ability to individually use our vertebrae in our spine. What that means is you have muscles that control your vertebrae that you cannot use. That is not a good thing. So the whole idea of this is to go much slower and to individually move one vertebrae at a time. So I'll show you. If we start, say, in flexion, we're going to get as much flexion as I can, and then I'm going to get into it, go to extension, but I'm going to start. I'm just going to try and go one vertebrae at a time. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to just tilt my hips. Then I'm going to keep all of my spine in flexion as I work up into extension, one vertebrae at a time. So I'm going to use my arms here just to point. So I'm only kind of up to here at this point, and I'm just trying to move one vertebrae at a time. I'm going to need to put my hand down here. And it's nice and slow. Like, only move to the next vertebrae once you've felt one of them move. Nice and slow. I'm still going. I'm still in flexion through probably a third of my spine, maybe more. Nice and slow. Now I'm going to go back the other way. Start at the hips again, tilt the hips. Now I'm just going to go one vertebrae at a time into flexion while really fighting with the other vertebrae that I haven't got to yet to stay in extension. I'm probably about halfway at this point. Keep going, just one vertebrae at a time. Segmental cat-cow. Do this every day. Honestly, if there was one exercise to do every day, this is probably it. Maybe that in the spine. Actually, there's about 6 or 7 or probably 11 of them to do every day. But this will be frustrating the first time you do it, or the first 100 times you do it, because there'll be parts of your spine that you can't feel. There may be some vertebrae that you can feel moving individually. There'll be other spaces that are just blank spaces. That's good that you become aware of it. So when you do it, feel it. Literally feel your body. Notice what parts you can feel and what parts you can't, because that will teach you sort of what parts that you need to work on the most. Because as we live life, we hurt our spine, we hurt our back, or we have perceived stresses on our back, and our back just protects us and it sort of seizes up. And then we have, instead of all of our individual vertebrae moving, we just get like 2 or 3 working together as a chunk. And when that happens, you'll do this and you can't feel them moving. But if you've got a few working as a chunk, all the tissue that control those vertebrae, you're not using it. If you're not using it, not only is it not healing, it's just getting worse. Every day. Do this every day. Enjoy.